Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All right, Shalom. All right, it's the Indianapolis camp back here with another lesson. We want to start out by giving all praise, glory, and honor
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
We want to give all honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and who do rule well. And peace and blessings to the hopeful that brothers pushing this truth week in, week out, in sincerity, charity, and in love. All right, in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai throughout the four corners of earth. All right, we're just going to go open forum, man, but we're going to try to stick to prophecy, man. But we're going to go open forum, but we're going to start out with this destruction, man. All right, because we at the time where destruction is at hand for this place, man. All right, the Lord is on his way back, man. Like the apostle said, this year hastening the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and hastening is coming. We know what's coming with the Lord, man. Destruction for the so-called Babylon that we in, man. All right, so.
All right, this is the Isaiah chapter 47, beginning at verse 1, and it reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate." All right, that the virgin daughter of Babylon is so-called America today. All right, telling them to come and sit down. Your reign is almost over. There's no throne. You know, you will not reign any further past this point of destruction that's going to be coming here with the nuclear missiles. All right. O daughter of the Chaldeans, that, you know, is going back into, you know, the elites of this society. Okay. That's who it's talking about. "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Your reign is over.
Right, it said.
That's it.
Yeah, it says no more shall be called tender and delicate, right? Because this place has gone on without American Babylon Great has gone on without really having never been getting touched. So America's about to get touched. All right, it's no longer going to be that tender and delicate, you know, woman. It's going to be destroyed. All right, through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. All right.
Another thing as well, that dust is symbolizing confusion.
Con.
And right now you can see, man, that this place is, you know, hella confused. So they're gonna be brought into confusion. You know, because like you said, that penetration from the nuclear missiles, man, that's something they ain't never had to deal with before.
That's right.
And that's what's gonna bring them down and, like you said, take away that throne that they sit upon.
That's right.
Yeah, and those nuclear missiles, to your point, brothers starting to show on themselves. You know, there was a photo of an underground lair for Iran showing one of them missiles, and Russia was just showing a missile that can travel, I believe, around 15,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That can destroy all of Texas.
Yep.
And they proclaim there's no defense for it. So.
I mean, well, really, you know, if you really want to look at it, man, you know, I find they claim to be true, you know, through the scriptures, though, because the Lord said that those missiles shall not lose their rank. All right, so the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to shoot them things off, man. Hey, they gonna hit the target that it's supposed to hit, you know. So I wouldn't even say so-called, man. I believe him, man, because the Lord said so.
That's right.
Not because he said it, but because the Lord said, hey, they gonna hit the point that they need to hit, man.
Right, because these nukes aren't going to be, you know, for a museum display. You know, they're going to be used. They're going to be put to action. All right, they're just getting piled up now for ultimate destruction of this place. All right. I got one real quick. This is Psalms 137 and 8. It says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Hey, that's right, because that's what this place is going to be destroyed. And the men of the Lord, which are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're going to be happy that this place can be destroyed, all right? And they're going to be rewarded double. They're going to be rewarded double, it says in the scripture, all right? But it says reward them how they served us. How they served us. We've been in slavery, all right, captivity, oppressed evermore, even to this day, all right? You know, we've not been given a fair shot in this society. You know, and we're going to pay them back with it, all right? The Lord's going to make it back. And they said, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Right. Your children are even going to be destroyed. All right. You so-called Edomites and you other nations. All right. They're going to be dashed against the stones. All right. And we're going to be happy about it. All right. The men of the Lord are going to be happy. We're going to be rejoicing in that day because we're going to feel like we've actually gotten our payback. All right.
Let's lay head wide open.
Yeah, that's the real reparations. All right.
The Lord gonna put that spirit on us, man. See, because no regular man can just take no child and bash him against the stone.
That's right.
All right, but the Lord gonna put that cold hard spirit on us in that day, man. We're gonna be happy to reward y'all as y'all rewarded us. And like it says in the book of Revelations, we're gonna reward y'all double. All right, what y'all did to us, man. All right, well, we gonna kick y'all butts in righteousness, man. That's the most beautiful part about it, man. We're gonna rule y'all with an iron rod, man, and in righteousness, man.
God.
Right?
That's right.
God.
If I may add real quick to the brother's precept in Psalms, this is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 7. Deliver thyself, O Zion. And the way that you deliver yourself is coming out of the philosophies, the doctrines that Babylon the Great had put upon you.
That's right.
And Zion's going back to the children of Israel. That dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. So we understand that the daughter of Babylon, pursuing the Psalms 27, is the Edomites. This is end time prophecy who shows who's going to be reigning over Zion. And that's going to be the daughter of Babylon going to Esau, Edom. And for it say, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, which is all nations. But first and foremost, speaking to Esau, Edom. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
God.
So for them touching us, for all these nations touching us, but like I said, chiefly Esau, Edom, for all them who touched us, the Lord gonna come back and deal with them. He's gonna recompense unto them. Like the brother said, we're gonna render double unto them for all the things they have done unto us, for all the atrocities and all the heinous acts that they committed against the children of Israel.
Right.
The Lord gonna come back and visit you in
Right.
a way that you don't want him to visit you.
God.
That's right. That's right.
God. Yeah, just like the brother said too, just back him up on what he was saying about putting that spirit on us, in order to go after the children, dashing the children. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare a slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. So that's going into, well, I don't care, we don't care, what your ancestors did. You have to pay the price for what they did.
Right.
That they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. There's no more inheritance. There's no more inheritance of passing on, wealth through bloodshed. No more of that. Just like I said, come sit down in the dust. There's no throne. You are done.
Right.
Yeah. That's also going to, if you look at that scripture in the spiritual eye, that's going into reincarnation. All right. So that slaughter, that preparing slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers, you are your fathers.
Yep.
All right. You've come back. All right. So the slaughter that you guys are going to receive, man, is a righteous slaughter because you are the same people, man. All right. So the Lord, as the brother said, hey, we ain't gonna let y'all rise up, man. All right. Hey, the Lord said He gonna destroy y'all after you fulfilled your destiny. You out of here, man. All right. Because hey, you be trying to take back over the damn kingdom, man.
God.
Wicked ass. Salaki. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Yeah. And
This brother. You got some more?
yeah, verse 22. Verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. Okay? Yeah. So, like I said, he's going to rise up against you and cut off the name. That means America will exist no more. The remnant and son and nephew, the men, that's what he's going to take out first.
Right.
Okay?
And if I may point out too, like I say, for I will rise. This is the Lord speaking.
Right. Right.
So we are not going to take up, weapons in our arms, our guns and this and that, and go rally up to fight against the Babylonians, Esau, We're not commanded to do no such thing. The Lord has told us to wait upon Him. So He say, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts. Like the brother said, cut the name off of Babylon, and say a remnant and son and nephew. And we understand who generates a nation, that's the men.
That's right.
So if you cut off, like I said, it's pretty much cutting off the head of the state. You cut off the men away, you cut off even the daughters who would come from them and all. So the whole nation will be done away with.
Right.
So that's what we gotta understand. And really, if I want to back up that point,
I
you say what?
got something back up here.
God, just from what I had said, let's This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So he told us to wait upon him until the day that I rise up to the prey. Right? So again, he say he gonna rise up. For my determination, this is his purpose. It's to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, right? For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, and that fire is going to that nuclear fire. Also to that concentrated, laser beams, that fire and tempest together from the, like I said, from the chariots, from Yahweh and the holy angels. So the Lord told us that he gonna rise up, that he gonna destroy, like I said, gather the nations. So understand, we know our chief enemy is Esau, Edom, but all the nations. Ain't nobody gonna escape from this destruction. That's why they all getting assembled and gathered up in the valley of Jehoshaphat or Yehoshaphat for that judgment. The Lord gonna come, plead for the nation of Israel. Ultimately going so he gonna destroy them for what they have done unto us.
Right. And also real quick, that jealousy, man. Like the scripture said, the Lord is the jealous power, man. Our people are around here praising all these false idols, all right, doing everything up under the sun, but coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. All right, so if the Lord is the jealous power, how you keep coming back? All right, he destroying them, but hey, our people gonna have to be destroyed in this thing also, man. All right, because you chose not to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right.
I got to present it back to brother what he was saying. That it's not going to be us out here trying to get these guns, because the vengeance is not ours. It's the Lord. This is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, and I will repay, saith the Lord, man. So yeah, we ain't supposed to be trying to bear arms and go out here and fight these other nations. Hey, this is the Lord's story. Okay, this is gonna be his vengeance.
That's right.
Okay, we just supposed to sit back and hopefully, I want to be a hunter or whatever the Lord allowed me to be. We just got to sit back and be patient and let the Lord do what he gonna do. This is his story.
Right. That's
right. We're just extras in the story.
And who's that dearly beloved? You so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos, all right? The Israelites. That's who is beloved are, all right? That's your other nations.
And to back the brother up, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 4. Thou art my king, O power. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread it like Slakia. Through thy name we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, hast put them to shame, the haters. So ultimately, we're supposed to be trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because look at Esau, he's got all the technology. He's the wicked. Like he's been practicing this since like day one, man. So ultimately, in our feeble bodies, there's nothing we can do against Esau, because we don't practice, violence, the usage of the sword, That's Esau's nature, all right? So if we trust in the Lord, he got us, because ultimately, that's the only reason why Esau got all the technology, so the Lord can show his
ultimate power.
Yeah, that's right. His ultimate power.
Ultimate power, that's right.
Yeah, they just say not trusting in your bow, man. You got a lot of so-called Israelite groups out here flashing guns, seeing what they gonna do. Hey, those people gonna be destroyed in that day, man. All right, because they think they're gonna be able to outshoot Esau. All right, and the Lord gave Esau that blessing, man. All right, the sword, man. I'm just about to speak.
You still speaking on it?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Bring it out.
This Psalm chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
That's right.
Sure.
So going through that, like that was King David saying, he asked the Lord to rise up for him. Disappoint him, cast him down, right? Say because the wicked, of course, is going back to Esau, Edom, which is thy sword. So like the brother said, you got these camels bearing horns, and you supposed to be in the true understanding that this is the sword. This was the blessing given to them from Isaac, which is Yahweh in the spirit, but their whole demeanor, their whole setup is to be a whooping stick. Like I said, they render, like I said, as a matter of fact,
like the brother going into while he's looking for the scripture, man. All right, y'all all on here showing your guns, showing that you militant, man. Hey, we don't gotta be militant. Hey, through the spirit, the Lord gonna deliver us out of this place, man. All right. We not sitting at home polishing no guns. praying, Yahweh Shem Shai, make my aim great, man. All right? The Lord going to do it the way he want to do it, man. And what's the God going to do to a nuke, dummy?
Nothing.
Go ahead.
Right. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, pertaining to Esau Edom.
That's right.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So this was the power given unto Esau Edom from Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
To take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So like I said, their expertise is death and destruction. Killing by, instruments, whether it be a sword, stick, hammer, whatever it is, rock, whatever it may be. Their whole blessing is to be that sword.
That's right.
So like I said, how can you defeat somebody and they was blessed in this? That's why we gotta wait for Yahweh Shem Shai to fight for us. Because that's how the movie's written. Like, we are greater people, we are a stronger people than them.
That's right.
But in this given time period, the Lord got to come fight for us. Because like the brother said, man, what can you do against a nuke? What can you do against Beto jets, tanks, all these things that Esau Edom show you that they got? What could you possibly do?
That's right. That's right.
Jake always talking about some, man, I got AKs, I got clips, some type of clips. So what you gonna do in that tank roll up to your house and blow your front door off?
That's right.
Or they got the infrared stuff that will see you through your house and shoot you.
Yeah,
they don't have to come.
drones.
Drones, heat-seeking drones.
Right, or they got little nano bugs that carry explosives.
Yeah.
Or pocket nukes. What can you do? Like I said, this man he's a sword, man. They said this man is like, that's what he do. This is his blessing, to be just a bloodthirsty, savage ass killer. That's all they are.
Bring him out.
Just to back that, brother, what he was saying, like they put out his guns and all that. 2 Corinthians 10:4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to pull down the strongholds. So we're not supposed to be out here trying to get these weapons and be carnal like everybody else. We supposed to be waiting on the Lord to bring down these strongholds. We're supposed to put the trust in the Lord to destroy them. All right? Hey, bro, I watch videos of 5-year-old little Edomites, bro, can take out 15, 20 men by themselves, bro. We're not ready for that.
Right.
So the Lord got to come get us out of this place, man.
That's right.
All right?
This is Psalms 37:7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. So rest in the Lord, wait upon him. So trust in him, trust that he will bring us out of this place. Trust that this evil man, this wicked man, will not prosper. All right.
That's right.
Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So don't stoop to this wicked man's level, because we got the power. All right, and that's how about Shem Shai.
That's right. That's right.
For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. So, like the brother's been going into, these evildoers, these wicked men, they're gonna be destroyed. All we gotta do is wait on the Lord and trust in him. We gonna be all right. We got next. All right.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna get the victory because that's where our patience gonna come in. That's where we have to suffer. That's what patience means. It's not an easy thing being in this truth, but through our patience, that's gonna get us the kingdom. That's gonna get that crown. All right. Doing the things. Yeah,
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yet thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. So, like it's going into, these Edomites are getting scared because in their spirits they know that they don't have, a long amount of time. They have but a short time. And it says, but the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So that's, you Jakes, man, we got to trust in the Lord, and we will inherit the earth, When the righteous are in power, the people will rejoice. They not doing that now. All right.
Just to back these brothers up, he was talking about Esau was given the sword, okay, and us waiting on the Lord. Those camps that are going out, brandishing guns and stuff like that, they forget that we're still under the curses. Deuteronomy 28, verse 32 says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail and long over them all the day long. You know, that's when we went into slavery. But it also says after that, and there shall be no might in thine hand. So we don't have that power right now.
That's right.
There's no might in our hands right now.
That's right.
And he said, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, it's been given to them. It's not ours right now. They're in control.
That's right.
Okay.
Got a quick precept. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 52. Then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. All right, so Esau been blessed with the sword. So if you're gonna get blessed with something, wouldn't you like practice it? You wouldn't like push it off to the side. So if you're trying to come up against the master of the sword, man, you're gonna miserably fail, man, because that's not our lot or our power. We weren't blessed with the sword, all right. So that's not what we should be practicing. We were actually that's not.
I got something just to
Hold on,
back it. Yep.
Real quick, I want to go back into Psalm 37, and I'm going to go to 13. It says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bows to cast down the poor and the needy, and to slay such as to be the upright conversation. All right, and that's what these people doing, man. And they like the brother was going into, everything they do is they are pillagers of death, man. All right. So what have they ever done, man? All they did was use these swords to hurt the needy, man. All right. I'm going to 15. It says, their sword shall enter into their own hearts, and their bows shall be broken. All right. So everything they're gonna try to do, man, the Lord gonna destroy it, man. That's right. All right. Everything they did unto us, man, in that day, Lord willing, we have some of those men to get delivered up out of this destruction, man. All right, but the Lord is going to protect the elect, man.
That's right.
All right, so everything that they're going to try to do, the Lord going to turn it against them, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
I just wanted to just hit on because we talked about the sword and the blessing, and just going back to the nativity of where the blessing came from. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27. I'll read 38 through 40. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So Esau, of course, Jacob has just received a blessing to inheritance, and Esau is now, crying to Isaac and wanting to know what his blessing would be. Verse 39, and Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shall thy live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break the yoke from off thy neck. So Esau, as we can see, they have dominion over the earth, and they went into every country. There hasn't, even in this time of establishment of America, they've been in war. Over 200 years, they've been infighting. They established garrisons within different countries, and they've used, again, weapons. Sure. Nothing has been diplomatically done. Even when they came and took America, it was by blood, right? Sure. So just wanted to hit on the nativity of where that blessing has come from, and to understand that this is why we can't go up against something that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has given him. If we try to go and take up arms ourselves against this man, we pretty much are going against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because they have a job to do until he returns.
All right.
At the end of the day, man, hey, Jake can go out here and shoot 1,000 Edomites, man. All right, it's not gonna mean nothing.
That's right.
All right, hey, the thing that's killing this man, all right, is breaking these strongholds, man. That's on our people, man. Waking the hopeful elect up, man. All right, by putting the videos up, we are showing this devil day by day that his kingdom is crashing. All right, and that we next up to rule, man. All right. Come on, think about that.
This is going back to Psalms 37, and I'm going to go to verse 34. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So when you waiting on the Lord, when you're doing this work, and when you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is wait on him, which is be patient for him, you will see the downfall of this man, which I know we all want to see. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree, like the brothers going into. All right, now his blessing is their sword. He is spread all across the world. All right, his wickedness has spread everywhere. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I saw him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. So the end of those who wait upon the Lord and have patience, the end of that is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. So, no matter what, their end is to be cut off. Their end is to be destroyed. They're done. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. So, the sword that was given to Esau, that's not our strength, all right? Our power is the Lord. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them, and he shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. So how you going to get saved, basically? Because you trust in the Lord, all right?
And real quick, and how do you show that you trust in the Lord? You're going to do the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. You're going to try to follow law, statutes, commands to your best ability. Or are you going to hearken unto these words? That's how you showing that you trust them. All right.
That faith.
That's right, faith.
Anybody got something?
I got something. This is Job going into the wicked and ended. Just Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's right. That's why Esau and Edom is scrambling, because they know that they've tried everything to confuse this truth, to confuse our people, but the Lord has set a time limit on them, all right, that he can't change it no matter what he does. The elector will be sealed. The Yahweh Shai will be coming back to destroy this place and take his crown and take this kingdom back, all right? They can't, like I said, it's because he's set at a bounds that he cannot pass, all right? And that's right, they can't pass it right now.
That's right. See, Esau go around the whole earth trying to go under the sea, trying to discover all these things. All right. Even right now, as advanced as so-called technology is, Esau still can't go to the bottom of the ocean, man.
That's right.
All right, because the Lord set that bound that he can't pass. All right, he can't go to the moon like he lied and said he did, because the Lord set that bound that he cannot pass, man.
That's right.
All right, so the Lord, that's the most beautiful thing about this truth, man. All right, the Lord is in control of all of this. All right, so no matter how much Esau tried to discover, I think a brother brought out, I want to say either the week or last week,
I got it.
a week ago, that Esau still haven't discovered like 87% of the planet.
Right.
All right, because the Lord has held them back in their bound not to see these things, man.
That's right.
Just to back you up, brother, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 37. Thus saith Yahweh, if the heaven above can be measured, and the foundation of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh. And just like the brother was saying, they have not gone all the way to the bottom of the sea. They haven't searched it out. Okay? I believe we discussed earlier, what's his name went as deep as he could, and they've since deleted all of his videos. I think it was Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau. Okay. They, got a space force. In the 1950s, they tried to blow up the moon. Okay, none of that has happened, because based on that last scripture, I will cast off the seed of Israel for all that they're done, saith Yahweh. We're still here. So they have not accomplished any of those tasks.
That's right.
I see. This was the Lord being funny.
Yeah.
Well, if you can count, if you can go into heaven and measure, the foundations, the Lord was just mocking him, because he already set that bound and he wasn't going to be able to pass.
Knew he was going to try. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
God.
Well, I got something real quick, just to connect with that. Just with the search. This is Psalm 64, verse 5 and 6. It says, actually, verse 6. It says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart is deep. And the reason to bring that up is that they're not searching the depths of the earth or trying to go up into the heavens for just really to say that they've done it. They're doing it so that they can break or somehow change the course of Israel getting back into their rightful place. You know, that's all I wanted to say on that. You know, their thoughts is mischief and destruction.
Yep.
That's the inward thought, and then you couple that with the sword. So again, as it says, you know, never trust thy enemy. You know, so everything that they go into is death, destruction, and hell to those that are the elect, the children of Israel, but most importantly, the elect that they're trying to keep out of their place.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his weakness. So if you know, it's almost impossible to stop iron from rusting. Like, you can do things to slow it down by like galvanizing and oiling it up, but at the end of the day, it's gonna rust. It's the same way with Esau's wickedness. He's always gonna show his horns at the end of the day.
That's right.
It
That's right.
said, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped away a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not all been together wiped away. So we just seen an example of that with Joe Biden. You know, he's smooth. His words are smooth like butter. He slick talk y'all to getting that vote. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, see Jake, they get nervous now. They feel like they don't waste their vote on or use their vote on the wrong person. It's like you gonna see at the end of the day, he gonna show his horns. You know,
That's right.
That's right. Plus, on that whole vote thing, you know, it was a waste anyway. Just this week, it took the Electoral College to do it.
Right.
What happened to all the people that voted?
Right.
You know, and people still think the system is working for them. You had 45 lose the popular vote twice. One time they give him the presidency. This time they take it away from him. So who's really electing these people?
That's right.
The Electoral College. It's not the people.
That's right.
Yeah, man. And, you know, look, even with the vote, man, you know, the hell with these wicked rulers, man. We're not supposed to be voting for nobody who ain't our people anyway, man.
God.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And who's not a righteous man, you know?
That's right. Trust and oppression, you know.
Okay.
Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So yeah, man, like the brother just said, you know, Esau is always going to show his horns at the end of the day. You know, he might be able to slick talk you like he said Joe Biden was doing, but at the end of the day, you know, his mission and all their missions is to destroy the house of Israel.
Yeah.
That's right.
So they say his mouth is smoother than butter. And all these people have, you know, they give these fair speeches.
Right.
All right, but at the end of the day, they say war's in his heart. And who's that war? That war that's in his heart. You know, yes, it might be against, you know, the so-called other United Nations or whatever, but that real war that's in his heart is against Israel.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, it's against our people. All right, to further afflict and kill our people. All right, and another great example of that, you know, since, you know, brothers brought up, you know, the so-called pale devil, Biden, man. What did he say when he first found out he won, man? And who he's coming out the tribes, man.
That's right.
All right, the tribe. He said the tribes.
Yep.
Specifically.
All right,
Yep.
that's what came out of his mouth, the tribes, to let you know who that war that he has in his heart, who is with, man. All right.
That's
I got Proverbs chapter 26, verse 5. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. So when we hear these devils speaking, you know, they saying things like the brother read, they be humbling themselves, you know, go crouching down. Like I say, you gotta beware of them because, like I say, he's gonna speak fairly, but they got 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. So they lie. They pretend that they love you. Ultimately, we know that, man. Esau got that perpetual hatred for you. It says his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. And at the point in time we were speaking on Biden, you know, he was, you know, for all the blacks and so forth and so on. Then ultimately he got to coming at them.
That's right.
We need the, you know, we need the Max the blacks, y'all shut up, y'all this and that, like I said, yeah, he started to show the wars, but but Jacob, like I said, they trust in the oppressor, they trust in Pharaoh, so that's going to lead up to their demise. And it says, verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. And the way that you dig in that pit is you falling after these devils. You believe in what they say. They give you this check, they give you that check. You, oh man, I should have voted for him. Oh, this is my dog, man. Like, y'all, what? Y'all talking crazy about him? Yeah, so you trusting in your enemy, and that's gonna be that pit that you're gonna fall in. What's that main pit? Not trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
And like I said, you lean until your own understanding, and then falling after these devils. It says, a lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. So, like I said, that lying tongue, who is afflicted by that lying tongue? It's us. Like going back to Psalm 74, he shoot at the wicked, he shoot at the righteous, pretty much, it's arrows, he shoot at you seek to, as a matter of fact, if I may, I don't want to butcher it up. Yeah,
just like this brother was going into, just a quick example of this brother looking for the scripture, trusting in our enemy. When you talk to the so-called average Jake, I say about military, the first thing they say is, we got the strongest military in the world, all right? But really, we are not even a part of this world.
Nope.
That's right.
All right? So these heathens got the strongest military in the world, all right?
That's right.
And it sounds like a house Negro. It's
Yeah.
like when the house is burning, like our house burning.
Right.
So
We sick,
sick.
that's the syndrome of you so-called niggas, man. All right? In love with Esau, man. Got your head all up his rectum, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead, brother.
So this is Psalm 64, verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And that's what they do. With all their lying, their matters of lying with their tongue, with their words. Like they acting like they with you, but ultimately they get you. That's what I said, they whet their tongue like a sword.
That's right.
Brother just read that they words are smoother than the other, but wars in their hearts. So they speaking all these sweet things unto you, but the whole time they holding a sword behind their back.
That's right.
So they can stab you.
That's right.
So they can stab you in your back.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at so-called Barack Obama, man. All right, smooth talking man. All right, heathen.
Right.
But a smooth talking heathen. All right, act like he wasn't, this great guy that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans still love to this day, who didn't do a damn thing for us. All right, but he had more drone kills than any other president, man. All right, they say he dropped a bomb almost every day.
God.
War was in that man's heart, even though he would get on TV and talk smooth as hell to everybody, man.
That's right.
All right,
Yeah, I got something
you done?
That was just that point, just making with the like I said, a lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by you. So like I said, they all mannerisms of the tongue, all their like I said, their doctrines, their philosophies, all the things that their concoctions, all the things that they make up is ultimately to shoot at the perfect, in secret. And like I said, they ultimately what we see, we really see puppets, Biden and Trump, all these presidents and all their officials, the government officials, so forth and so on. It's ultimately the Malachites,
That's right.
the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and Gettys. Those are the ones who sit behind the scenes. They calling all the shots. They mainly got that. They hate shit more so unto us because they doing the same type of thing. Like now, they done pretty much put their own people under pressure.
That's right.
Yep.
They only give a damn about their own people. And so like I said, so that's why a lot of these whistleblowers come out and say this and that because ultimately that's like I said, that's causing their tongue to fall upon themselves.
That's
But
right.
like I said, Amalek, it's like Amalek against Esau, like the other Edomites. Cause like I said, they wish that they had those riches that they possess. So they ultimately understand, like, damn, I'm a slave too. I'm this and that. So they like, shit, if I can't get a piece of that pie, I'm gonna throw their ass on the bus.
That's right.
That's how they look at it, So yeah, the main ones who pull them strings, man, that's the elites, man.
The puppet masters.
Right.
Yeah.
They the ones because they the ones other than these low level, Joe Sixpack, the elites actually know who we are.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
They know the promises,
right.
so they know who the covenants. They know all those. They know who all those things was promised to. The regular Edomites, they feel like they just gonna live their life until they die.
That's right.
They so at least know that, man. It's gonna come a time period that Yahweh and the holy angels gonna crack them clouds, and the missiles gonna be shot from afar from the other ends of the earth.
That's right.
It's gonna be an utter destruction in that day.
God.
know, that's how you know a kingdom can't stand when you got their own people fight up against each other.
That's
It's
right.
like on
Against
second
Satan.
measure. Yep, Satan against Satan. You know, just real quick, this is Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You're gonna have states going at it at each other, just like how you know, the so-called Civil War, which really it was fighting for the ownership of slaves, of Jake slaves, you know.
That's right.
You know, that's gonna come back in this time. You already see it with Proud Boys, you know, people, you know, Edomites going against Edomites and shit, because they know that this place is going down. You know, and the Egyptians, that's symbolic of you so-called Americans in this present time.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, that's what you see though, because like I said, those Proud Boys, Antifa, BLM, all these stupid ass groups that you see going out there running around, fighting against each other, pushing against each other, throwing bottles and beer bottles and stuff at each other. They ultimately, majority of them is Edomites.
That's right.
So that's them being set against. They fight against his own brother, fighting against each other.
Uh,
All them groups, especially like they 90 to 95% Edomites.
Yep.
I don't care if it's Black Lives in front of
That's
them.
right.
Like I said, it done came out where they had people painting their skin all black and wearing sweaters and
Right.
masks and stuff, and they was Edomites writing BLM. What the hell? What you writing that for?
Right.
You know, so that just shows you that, yeah, like the brother said, man, that's Egyptian against Egyptian. Just like what we just seen at the Capitol building.
Yep.
They was upset with their own people. Oh, I don't like that selection. Y'all need to do a recount. Y'all need to do that. Look at the Congress. It's majority who? Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
Look at all the people out there protesting. Majority who?
That's right.
Esau, Edom. You know, so man, they had it. They going against each other. You
That's
know,
right.
and it's beautiful to see y'all in anguish. And like we read earlier, that they in that confused state. They don't know what the hell's going on. They just acting off of impulses.
That's
right.
right.
You know, that does. They just confused. You know, they just confused out here. Like they don't know what's going on, man. Like I said, besides the age provocateurs, but some of the people down there was just there, just bugged the hell out.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I don't like this. I'm mad. I want him there. I don't want him. It's the same two damn devils. You know, take your pick.
That's right.
But ultimately, the elites, they putting who they want, to rule over you. Like I said, they just a puppet.
That's right.
You don't even know the diabolical things that got set to happen. Not only like mainly to the Israelites, but to y'all too.
That's right.
Because in that time of temptation, y'all gonna have to make a decision as well.
That's right.
Even though it don't matter,
That's right.
but y'all gonna have to be sitting like, damn, do I get cut off from society or do I stick with society?
Yeah.
You know, so hey man, they don't give a damn about y'all.
That's right.
You know,
I got to piece something back up real quick. This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they have caused some to fall. And that's what Esau is all about. Esau's about destroying the nigga, Latino, Native American, man. All right, they say he can't sleep unless he done some wickedness, man. All right, hey man, hey, this devil is prepared for all hell to break loose. Our people want to be preparing themselves like the devil preparing himself with weapons and things like that. We just read the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
That's right.
All right. Hey, the best thing right now for you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans is come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father and try to get right with the Most High, man.
That's right.
Hey, because other than that, it ain't. That's the only thing that's gonna save you in that day, man.
That's right. That's right.
I got something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's Micah chapter 2 verse 1.
I just
Woe
looked
to
at it.
them. So destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So like the brother said, man, they can't go to bed unless they work some type of wickedness. They can't go to bed unless instead of we're gonna push this for them to do. We're gonna get them to do this. They're gonna get them to do that. You know, they can't go to sleep unless some evil, some manner of wickedness be done.
That's right.
Some type of decree, rather it happen that day or it's gonna happen tomorrow or next week. They can't go to sleep unless they work wickedness, upon their beds. And that's why the Lord say, woe to them. So, like I said, it's in the power of their hand. They only know wickedness. The only thing they know is to be, maniacal killers,
Yep.
liars, and just be all manner of a demon.
That's right.
That's all they know to do is just be a wicked ass people. That's why they call the wicked. We call, we call the sons of God, and of course, the other nations are the sons of men. They in their own category, but like I said, it's about Jacob and Esau, and that's why they consider the wicked. That's all they do is work wickedness upon their bed, so they're gonna perish for that. And actually, at the top of this, the title, it say "Woe to the oppressors."
That's right.
And real quick, you got Tazaria telling one of them one of them bootlicking Jakes, tell him that he's not oppressed, but his people is.
Right.
How the hell aren't you not? And we the same people. Just that's just it just came to my mind. Like, yeah, bro. Like, how you gonna say, well, I'm not oppressed, but my people is. Well, damn. It say we're gonna be oppressed always.
Right.
Like I said, if you underneath a people, you are oppressed, and oppression going to being dealt with like it goes like if you go into the term oppression, it means like you get dealt with like unevenly, unjustly.
Yep.
Damn, didn't they not dash our babies against stones, use our children as alligator bait, buck breaking, tying a horse to this leg and a horse to that leg and smack them and rip your ass into pieces.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they did to our people.
Yeah.
I mean, even right now in this modern day, all right, look at the Capitol. All right, all those people was Edomites. All right, let them have been Jake. All right, they would have slayed us down out there, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Brought the Gatling gun back there.
Right.
They'd have been more like you said, bro. They'd have been Jake would have been damn, they'd have been mowing us down,
And they still doing things to this day. That as far as you still got our people getting hanged in the South, man. All right, it's probably not televised as it should be, but our people are still getting hanged and beat in the South, man.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of news. A lot of people say Trump this, Trump that, but Trump really be putting out there, man. Hey, the American news is fake news. They don't bring out everything, man.
That's right.
All right, we got people that's getting killed all over.
And if they want to listen to that or hear that, go buy something. To be taxed shows that you're oppressed.
That's right.
That's right.
That being taxed is against the scripture. So if you're being taxed by another nation, that means you are oppressed by them.
That's right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got a driver's license, you got a social security
Yeah.
card. You ain't no sovereign person. All right. Yeah. Can you drive through red lights and do what you want to do? Nah. You have to follow their rules.
And if you get tax exempt, you still have to go to their ass and get it.
Get the paperwork.
Yeah,
right.
so you can't, that came to my mind. Like, yeah, you talking about so we not oppressed, but it say woe to oppressors. So those who do oppress us, man, destruction gonna come into them, and we gonna oppress them in the end.
They just waxing worse and worse.
Just worse.
And then, back up then to something else is another way we're oppressed. We're supposed to get paid every day for our day of work. That's a sign of oppression as well, too, man. Okay? They make you see what a lot of people don't know is what they do with your check is they gamble your check pretty much every time you get paid. Before you get paid, they gamble in their stock markets and different things like that, man. All right? Then give you your money.
Just look at it. Just look at your money. Does that look like you? You got all manners of devils on your money. That shows you who run your country and you just living in it. Your ass is oppressed. That's why I say we be the tail and not the head.
Yep.
Like I said, you gotta really, if you call yourself a man of the Lord and it is true, man, you gotta actually believe what the scriptures say.
That's right.
Talk about, so I'm not oppressed, but everybody else is. That's madness. Go do like Apostle Hart in the video. Go do what you want, then.
Yeah.
Go run the red light and see what happened to you.
Yeah.
Run the stop sign. Your ass is going. Yeah, your oppressor's gonna come get your ass. Whatever the matter it is, like I said, they gonna. You underneath of people at the end of the day. You're not sovereign. You're not in your own land. You're not running. You don't got your own laws that you can go by. You go by a whole other nations of manners of laws. So you oppressed. You need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Just to your point, brother, about that, run that example you made about running a red light. Jake don't understand. We're under a different set of laws. If you look at that, the oath of every police officer across this country, their oath is to the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments. Okay, we weren't considered, human at the time the Constitution was written. Okay, and likewise, we didn't so-called become citizens until the 14th Amendment. Okay, so when they see us, they don't see a so-called American. All right, so Jake has to keep that in mind. When you said, I'm not oppressed with my people. No, dude, you right in there too. They just milking you for everything that they can to get to all of your people.
Nigga, 2/3 of a human, as the so-called Constitution says.
Exactly. And that's what Jake forget that. Just real quick, Jake forget that Columbus came over here and oppressed the natives. As well as the other conquistadors. You forgot they came on here and oppressed them because it was them in this land. Now when you see mainly the faces of everywhere, TV. You see Esau Edom. Then you forget that you was brought on here. You from the Southern Kingdom on slave ships, but you say you're not oppressed. They say people are stupid, feeble-minded.
Scott.
Sodish.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So Esau, he could get away with stuff, that Jacob normally can't get away with. And pursuing to Malachi 1 and 4, Malachi 1 and 4, Esau is the wicked. So he's programmed to do wickedly. So it's impossible for him to learn righteousness. And it says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly. Now, is the land of uprightness America? No. All right. The land of America is geared against the Most High. Every single law that Esau has pushed forth in this land is against Yahweh Bashim al-Shah. So that land of uprightness will be Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because Israel is a people before a place. They got us paying taxes. Constantly having us in debt. So basically we're prisoners. All right. So we can stay low to the ground, so we can't really get out of that debt.
Hey, it's really to go into what you said. It's really what they did in slavery time when they said that they allowed the slaves to be free. Okay, you can live on my land and this and that. You and your family. But then when it's time for that slave to leave, you're in debt. So you still have to pay out those years, and they constantly just put you in debt more and more and more. And that's exactly what they do, crop share.
Mm-hmm. Unrighteous decrees.
That's
It's
right,
completely building up that debt, so it'd be like impossible for you to get out of it.
It's just the same thing they did when they so-called freed the slaves, bro. They just do it in a different format.
And they weren't even free. When you look at that word emancipate, at the time that word was created, the etymology of that word is transfer of ownership. Okay, so like we were saying before, that they emancipated the slave. That bill was passed in 1863. Okay, it wasn't ratified until December of 1865, and he emancipated the slaves in I want to say June of 1865. That being said, they knew this was coming, so they were putting those laws on the books already to get us prepared for that 13th Amendment. Okay, that way when they took the slaves from private ownership, they went right into the government ownership according to the 13th Amendment.
Corporate. They made slavery more of a corporation.
Right.
It actually, that's basically what it is.
Right. And those prisons now are going back to private ownership. So it went from private to government back to private.
Anything else?
Yeah, I got some. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29. I'm starting at verse 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh Bashim al-Shai, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us?" That's been going on for generations and generations up until this day now. They try to set up this so-called college system where they have, our people, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, lie to them, telling them, oh, go to college, learn all this stuff so you can get this job, which is really slavery. They go to school, they spend 4 to 8, 16 years for a so-called degree, and it's not even guaranteed toward them. So what happens? They spend all this money to go to school, and they're just in debt. So they got to go back into the world and get these regular Joe Snow jobs, and just to try to recompensate all of that debt that they acquired over the years, just to pay back this devil that set them up. That's the type of stuff that this devil does, and he's the same one that's saying, who sees us doing this wickedness?
And just to back you up with those Joe Smo jobs, somebody who has a degree, they don't want to hire you because they feel they got to pay you more. So you in a catch-22 situation. You got the education to work a better paying job. When you can't get it, you try to find something. They don't want to hire you then because you're overqualified, especially when it comes to us.
They actually had a commercial that pretty much said it. It's like I can't get a job. I don't have any money, so I can't go to school. I can't go to school because I don't have any money. I don't have any money because I can't get a job. It's like the cycle of Esau, you get caught up in that snare, into the system. You know?
And like you said, like who mainly hide, seeking that deep counsel, deep to hide their counsel. That's going to them elites. You know what I'm saying? It's many script, chapters going into them, being in the dark, making things work. That's why I brought up earlier, like I said, the people that you see as far as your officials, your governors and your presidents and so forth and so on, man, they all puppets on the string. They get all their commands from, like I said, them elites, So, like I said, everything that Babylon has to give and to offer to the children of Israel is pretty much a bomb to them. Like I said, it's nothing. Basically, they want you to disenchant you more and more and more from your power. So, like the brother said, they make you tell you, well, you ain't gonna be shit unless you go to school. You ain't gonna be this unless you do this. You ain't gonna be that to do that. When you supposed to be seeking Yahweh Shem Shai. It don't matter what they tell you what you need to do. They not your power.
Sure.
They'll say, like I said, these are just men. And the scripture say curses men that trust of them men. So like I said, you need to put your trust and your hope in Yahweh Shem Shai. The ways Yahweh Shem Shai are the ways of life. If you go on into the other ways as far as like taking the philosophies of these devils, then that's gonna lead you ultimately to your death. Right. Like I said, these people, like the brother said, man, let favor be shown to them, but they shall not, learn righteousness. They not gonna, they will never be righteous. I said they don't have their time. Like I said, they got the fatness of the earth, they got their dominions, and even having all that, that's what I say. The earth is defiled underneath the inhabitants thereof. So them being in this rulership, man, they done destroyed everything, from the landscape to the seas to even they got space trash up in the heavens. Ultimately, they ultimately destroying you. That's why the Lord God come back and He gotta clean up that mess, because no other nation will be able to do so besides them, as far as associated to what prophecy say. You got something? Go ahead.
This is to back up the point where the scripture said, "Who seeth us and who knoweth us?" This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. Okay, so when these elites are, playing, how are we, going to push out the mark of the beast, these pandemics, these different viruses, they only scared of what, the base people, those who are in outer darkness, would do if they find out what the elites are doing, right? But ultimately, they don't know that Yahweh Shem Shai, He sees everything, man. He has His angels, reporting back and forth to everything that's going back in the earth, and that's why in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11, it reads, "Because sins against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set them to do evil." So just because they haven't been touched yet or punished yet, man, they're just gonna keep doing all this wickedness. That's why it says the pride of that heart had deceived me. All right, because just because they haven't been touched or the Lord hasn't done anything yet, ultimately, what y'all idiots don't realize is that He's building up y'all case, stacking it up. He's just gonna smack you with it. All right.
That's right. One thing we gotta realize too is this, man. They say who can see them? The Lord see you, and the Lord is controlling you. Right, the scripture say, "Man's doing is of the Lord." All right. So all these things that y'all doing are deceitfully behind closed doors, said don't nobody see you. The Lord putting that spirit on you for you to do it anyway. All right. We got to remember, this is the Lord's. This is His movie. He the director, the writer. He know the beginning and the end of it. All right.
Last one. I got it. Hey, this is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 17, and it says, it says, "Also Edom shall be a desolation, and everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof." And the main reason why you be a desolation is because pretty much just the wickedness that you have been running rampant throughout the whole world, and also with the whole earth, and also the things that you had done to the children of Israel. To hell, what you done did with any other nation, you got the you got the apple of the Lord's eye in your possession. So ultimately, you're gonna be destroyed for what you have done unto us. Verse 18: "As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh Shem Shai, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it." So in the end all be all, and the destruction is on its way. When Yahweh Shai crack them clouds, and when the missiles are on the way, after the destruction come to Babylon the Great, and also, like I say, this is spiritually Sodom as well, Sodom and Egypt. So also in that time period, that's when not a, like I said, no man gonna dwell here, no animals gonna dwell here. Well, at the initial point of impact, ain't nothing gonna be over here. It's gonna be a blaze. It's gonna be a fire. Like I said, it's gonna be that lake of fire. Pursuing Revelation, the book of Revelation. Like I say, and no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So after that destruction, even then, when it's all cooled off and it's a desert, and even and all those unclean beasts over here, still won't be a man that dwell in here, for it to be a memorial of how not to run the kingdom and all manner of wickedness.
So that lets you know, man, and the Lord is going to destroy this place. This brother was just going into. All right? Nothing going to be unturned. Scripture say one stone shall not be left upon another, man. All right? So that's ultimately destruction. All right? And so Lord willing, that was edifying unto the body. And with that, we want to give all great glory and honor
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakadash.
We want to give double honor to our apostle, elders of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth and rule well. And peace and blessings to you, hopeful that brothers pushing this truth week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Abba, Abba.
Abba, Abba.